The Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, OECS, and the Virgin Islands government launched a new 10.6 million euros Global Climate Change Alliance on climate change adaptation and sustainable land management in the Virgin Islands on June 2nd at the Treasure Isle Hotel in Road Town. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Natural Resources and Labor, Ronald Smith Berkeley, said the issue of climate change is a significant problem that needs to be addressed urgently by Caribbean countries.
Like most small island developing states, the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States member face challenges related to climate change. However, the Global Climate Change Alliance noted that prevailing land tenure system, fragile soil type, physiographic and climate variation, and limited land area available for development create intense competition between the land use options, which include settlement, agriculture, tourism, and other infrastructure. These challenges are compounded by the projected impact of global climate change, which are expected to exacerbate flood, storm surges, erosion, and the reduction of available fresh water.
Technical team leader on the climate change adaptation and sustainable land management in the Eastern Caribbean, Chamberlain Emmanuel, said there were several expected benefits for the launching of the Global Climate Change Alliance.
The level of benefit and success for each member state will be directly contingent upon demonstrated readiness and responsiveness through its national committee, particularly cognizant of the project's strict timelines. The National Committee comprises agencies with strategic interests and mandates in SLM and climate change adaptation and acts as the focal point for implementation and facilitation of project activities, including identifying opportunities and priorities, issuing feedback, recommendations, and assisting with monitoring of implementation and with project visibility. Finally, special provision is made during this program estimate to extend opportunities and benefits of climate change and sustainable land management public awareness initiatives to the non-independent member states of the BVI, Montserrat, and Anguilla, which are otherwise restricted from those benefits due to financing constraints of other partners. However, under this European Union finance project, we can extend those previous activities to your member states. Hence, today's activity in the BVI also includes participants from Anguilla and Montserrat to advance an action plan for this particular activity.
The Global Climate Change Alliance project, which is supported by the European Union with 10.6 million euros, targets the 9 OECS member states and is geared at improving the region's natural resource-based resilience to the impacts of climate change through effective and sustainable land management policy, capacity, awareness and practices, and implementation of specific physical adaptation measures, including soil and land stabilization, river and sea defense, forest and ecosystem restoration. The project launch was followed by a meeting of the National Committee for the implementation of the project's activities.